Hey, Sam is the one who's looking for a second date update today with a woman named Amy, and we're going to try to help him out. Hi, Sam.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Happy to help.
Yeah, when it comes to women and dating, I'm kind of just really in way over my head. I just don't know what I'm doing.
We all are, brother.
Yeah,
We
I don't
all
think
are.
you're alone there, and I don't think you're alone in feeling that way either.
I mean, I'm good at some things. It's just that this is, I don't know. So some of my coworkers dove in to try to help. They created profiles for me on a few different dating sites, just kind of get me through that hurdle of getting going on it. I go through the profiles and the results and things, and I do my best to reach out to women on there that look like they might be a good fit. I get a little help from some of the women at work so far. You give me some tips and pointers, but so far it's really been just nothing. Strikeout.
Meaning no bites?
No, I mean, I get dates lined up. It's just they tend to go bad.
Oh.
I can really feel it when it's happening. You know, like you have that moment where you just, oh, there it is. I'm never going to see this person again. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm out.
And it's over.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, I'm kind of used to it, but that's actually why I'm really kind of confused in this case with Amy, because I really felt like everything was going really well, which was, kind of a new thing for me, but I could feel that too. The conversation was going well. There was no awkward silences, which that's a first, I don't think I said anything too stupid. I don't think. She was laughing a lot, which I took as a really good sign. And after lunch, I walked her to her car, and she hugged me and thanked me for the lunch. And I don't know. The women at work actually have started a fund for me to help me pay for some of these lunches.
Oh, my goodness. Are you going on that many lunches?
It's been a lot. They kind of got me into this, and it's really adding up, so they're trying to help it not cripple me.
So,
but
it sounds like the women that you work with are really big fans of yours.
Yeah, they obviously like you. They
like
see
you a
your
lot.
value.
They think that you must be a good catch on some level. What do you think it is that the women at work are seeing in you that all of these women on the dates are missing?
I don't know. I mean, I think I might be one of those people. I'm not great at small talk and the getting to know you phase of things. My friends at work, they were around. I was around them, and they were around me for probably a couple of years before we really started to, hit it off at all.
They've been with him long enough to kind of get to know the guy, and now they know. Wow, he's actually a pretty cool guy once you get to know him.
I think that's to me, that's my best guess.
If only a first date could last 2 years, then every woman
that would be great for me,
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Here's what I love about Sam, though, too, is that he's self-aware enough to know when the date's gone south. I can't tell you how many second date update requests we get from people, especially from guys. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was going great. And then we find out it was a complete disaster. And how did they not know?
Yeah.
It's that self-awareness.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. But during this date with Amy, she was smiling so much, and I was honestly feeling really pretty confident this time. But she has not returned the text yet, and so I just don't know.
All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to call her up, see if we can have a little dialogue.
Yeah.
And maybe this will be a second opportunity for her to get to know you a little better, as we like to think of ourselves sometimes as diplomats that can negotiate not a peace accord, but a meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
Maybe just to bring the parties back to the table.
A mediation of sorts.
A Camp David.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. We're the Camp David of dating.
There you go.
And second date update continues. Overwhelmed by the dating scene, and who wouldn't be in this electronic era of short attention spans and competition for people's attention? How do you make yourself stand out? And then once you have that moment, getting them to see the best version of you, especially if you're a little unsteady on your feet. The good news is Sam sounds like a pretty self-aware guy. He knows when a date's not going well, which he says is the norm for him. But on this particular date, it went better. It was actually one of those rare, hey, I think we have some chemistry here. I think I might actually have a shot with this one. And even the women in his office are very supportive of him finding someone. They obviously like him. They've taken the time. They've invested the time in helping him build his dating profile.
They've given him money.
Yeah. To pay for all these lunches that he goes on.
Yeah, because he insists on paying because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, and all he has to do, since they've already set up the profile, is he just has to scroll through and set up these lunch dates, which can get pricey, which is why they've actually had to take up a collection to help him pay for all these lunches. But the good news is they want to see this guy win because they like him. You know, they see him for who he is. He's a good guy.
They've had some time to get to know him because, admittedly, he said he's not great at the whole small talk part.
And bad with first impressions.
The getting to know you part.
So what happened with Amy, since that seemed very promising? We're going to find out. Well, unless there's anything else that you think is important, Sam, we're just going to call her up and dive right in.
No, seems like you guys actually got to know me pretty quick. That was dead on.
Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi, who's this?
It's great to hear your voice. It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you?
Wait, Radio Jeff and Jen?
Radio Jeff and Jen.
Radio Jeff and Jen.
I love
those
that.
Are the ones.
Awesome, I'm doing okay. What's going on?
First of all, you sound lovely. Someone was talking about you. We had a conversation with your friend Sam. I know you got together with him recently, talking about how, all the different people he's met, dating. He kind of felt like you were a standout, but also said he hadn't heard from you. And we thought we would just make a phone call on his behalf and try to get your sense of the date, what you thought of Sam, and I don't know, maybe answer any questions you might have about our friend Sam.
We're here for
we
you.
love Sam.
Wow. So Sam called you.
Yeah, he did, which, that's a testament to you. You made quite an impression on him. And Sam's a relatively shy guy. He's a bit of an introvert, so it's not an easy phone call for him to make. But, he thought it was worth putting himself out there.
So Sam is such a nice guy. But he's got to stop putting himself down.
Oh.
One or two self-deprecating jokes is fine. That's fun. It's funny, but it's all he does. Like constant stories about bad dates and dumb things he did, dumb things he said. And it's just a lot, like just constantly putting himself down. And again, some of it's funny, but most of it's just really sad.
You went on a date with Woody Allen.
Oh, God. But he wasn't whiny like that, was he?
No, but like Woody, that's kind of what Woody Allen would do in his movies.
Right.
His character was often very self-deprecating, a lot of self-doubt, poor self-esteem.
Yeah.
One of his famous lines is, "I could never join a club that would have me as a member."
Yeah, yes. So just Debbie Downer. And I feel really bad for him because I know he's nice, but it's so off-putting that it's not fun. It's not fun to be on a date with someone who's just talking about how awful or bad they are. It makes you listen to them. It makes you believe it. You want to go.
Well, let me ask you this. He told us that you were laughing quite a bit. Did you laugh at all his jokes and possibly lead him to believe that you were finding everything that he was saying as funny?
Well, I feel bad again, but I'm not. I like to think that I'm a nice person, and I didn't want to make him feel worse. So, yes, I might have laughed at some of his jokes because what else am I going to do? Just stare at him and be mad or upset? I wanted to salvage what I could and make it at least a kind of nice time.
That's the hard part, isn't it? Because you want to be nice. But then the other person will take your niceness as encouragement and validation that what they're saying is
working.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the answer to all of this is. I wasn't going to get up and leave, and I wasn't going to make fun of him or call him out on it then. I just thought, I'll just play along. This will be, keep it civil and nice, and then we'll go our separate ways and no harm.
Would you, outside of the constant self-deprecation, do you have any positives to offer?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell he has a good heart. He's obviously a really sweet guy, chivalrous, kind. He paid, he was really nice. It's just that it's hard to see past that when that's everything he talked about.
Right.
You know, I couldn't even find out anything he really liked or was good at or what he enjoyed doing because it was all just constant, like, oh, I'm not that great. This happened. I said this dumb thing. I did this dumb thing. And it's just it's hard to see. It puts a wall up.
Yeah. Well, listen, we've got Sam on the line, and I'm glad he heard this because I think this is something that maybe he needed to hear, Sam. Are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm just not well suited for this kind of thing, and I want to be, but that doesn't mean so much.
It's a hard habit to break.
It's a hard habit to break, and it's hard too being self-aware because when you know where you could use a little work, or you have things about yourself that you would like to change, it's very easy to share those thoughts with other people, and then other people take them as you being down on yourself when really you're just trying to be, hey, I know this about me, I'm working on it.
I just try to be funny, I guess, as I'm being honest, and I guess I'm not really. Well,
just don't make yourself the butt of the joke. You don't have to be the butt of the joke all the time, and that's kind of what people do on dates. They do kind of just put on a face and sometimes pretend to be something else. It's like you work your way through it. It's okay to let yourself be someone maybe you like.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that in me, but it sounds like a good time.
Oh, I think you got it in you.
Yeah.
I believe in you, man.
So it's interesting. It's like I'm so convinced, me being so convinced of my flaws kind of is the biggest flaw. Maybe not. I probably got it wrong.
No.
I don't know, man. I think it's just giving yourself a break every now and then, forgiving yourself for whatever mistakes were made in the past and getting rid of that old tape of people telling you that you're not enough, and just focus on Amy or whoever is sitting at the other end of that table.
Because that's what Jeff used to do. When you did you ever go through a phase where you were a little insecure and unsure about yourself?
All the time.
And isn't that what you did? You just deflected from you and asked her a ton of questions, which, worked in a couple of different ways. One, you got to avoid having to talk about yourself.
Yes.
Yet at the same time, making her feel really special and like you were really interested in everything that she had to say. And, a big complaint for a lot of women is men don't listen. And there you were sitting there, actively listening, asking questions, probing, wanting to know more, learn more, to understand her.
That's right. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. I
watched it. It worked.
There you go, Sam. Take that to the next one.
Sounds like something that could work.
I promise you, if you do it right, it will work.
You got to make eye contact. You got to nod. Yep. You got to smile. You got to tilt your head in interest at times.
You only have to retain.
Lean in.
Yes.
You lean in.
Leaning in. Body language is everything.
You really got to.
And between you and me, bud, you only got to retain like half of it. If that.
I'm writing all this down. Thank you.
All right, well.
Remember at least half.
Go forth and prosper, friends.
I mean, what do they say? You retain 40% of everything you learn in school.
Yeah, so I don't even think it's that high.
They can't hold it against you.
No.
Well, I really appreciate your candor, Amy, and everyone's helpful contributions.
Hey, buddy, we're here for you, man.
That's right. Do what we can.
Get me a girlfriend,
Of course.
Good luck, Sam.
Hey, you're a good guy. People obviously believe in you. You got a great support system at your workplace, so that's something.
It is.
Hang in there, bud.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
All right, take it easy.
Take care.